going to be Delight locking in the cow, though, and it feels like this is a bit more of a stock standard composition. But once again, with these Azir comps that Hanwha Esports put together, I don't necessarily see a lot of damage here.
1v2 in this lane, still pushing it in, and Keen's just soaking the pressure. And that CS lead here for the Renekton is really just not that significant.
What's also very poignant is that this is how the early game went for Hanwha Life, right? Like with that Zyra and Ashe combo specifically, able to get an incredible amount of early objectives going. Now Peanut, thanks to the prior they have on top side, is going to be able to get the grubs.
When is Hanwha Esports looking to fight? When is going to be that time where they hit that sweet spot of power spikes? Or do they even have one against what Gen.G has here in this game?
Yeah, it actually is a little tough. I think you are just situations like this where you can get a man advantage and use the long range engage that you have available.
Not a lot of damage until Zeka gets here. He is finally going to come down. Bellow's breath is fantastic. Even gets the train on in. But Keen is still going to die. And that is first blood going over to Zeka. Draw Keen's attention just yet. He decides to give up on that. Doesn't want to take the risk as they're going to trade dragons 1-for-1 and trade turrets 1-for-1. First turret blood going over to Gen.G though. They lock down that top outer.
Yeah, I imagine that they were looking to see if Keen was going to TP back in because they were hiding in fog. If he does TP, you're definitely diving again.
They've decided that now is when they want to start fighting. Decent buffer on the slice there from Doran as the Dominus does come on through. Lehand's going down extraordinarily low, but so's the Crocodile, and he's going to fall first. The train drives through, but Canyon's already dead. There goes the Blitzcrank as well as the Ornn's starting to get amongst it. Delight has been tanking a decent amount as Pace just rockets out of there. Chovy should be able to get over this wall, though not quite enough with the Phosphorus Bomb to be able to take that one down, but he just taxis his way through, and Delight is going to be A-OK. Viper with the shield from the Trigger Seed. As Peanut getting in a little bit of trouble.
Damage, and Zeka had to go so deep to get that kill that he's just in no man's land.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Pace's gate.
Gen.G.
It's a very good hook.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense, especially Peanut had just used it. The chain CC lands on top of him, the Ivan. Oh, they just took down his best friend, and then they cut him down as well. Another hook, and that is the Azir. The main character of Hanwha Esports is just dead, and there's no way they're fighting this one. As the Dragon will go down as well. The second one for Gen.G, the first Hextech Drake of this series.
And where game number one was an extremely high-paced and kind of frantic affair, this feels like classic Gen.
Once again, onto Peanut. The hook is going to connect onto Delight, and he's going to use that to taxi forward. The Blitzcrank, certainly not very tanky, but neither is Delight as it turns out. Redemption to keep him alive, but it's Pace just raining frosty bullets into his backside. And Daisy will once again fall down. This is a 1-for-1 this time, both of the supports falling down. As a teleport in from Zeka, he just wants to take as much money on this map as he can find.
There are ways to blow up single targets, and there are ways for Zeka, if they get map control, to set up for flank angles.
Oh, by the volley, good sidestep there. As now it might be Peanut going down yet again. He does get the brush for Zeka, who's trying to play it out. Pace almost falls. Doesn't even press the R button, does Delight. So that is not really what they were looking for. Hanwha Esports had an inkling on the play. Doran looking for a flank angle. As there's the curtain call. We have the Dominus come through as well. Conjoined into that backline. The Emperor's Divide is decent, but they're being cut apart. And yes, they get the Corki, but at what cost? And the answer is yes.
And they forced it anyways, and Corki dies, sure. But like you said, they lose basically everything. And this might be the defining moment.
The curtain call is going to be there. And that does play some interference. Chovy just happily
taking. Trying to deny the opportunity for Gen.G to actually take down
control. Baron goes down. Now Gen.G go, yeah, we can set up for the vision.
Possible angle here, but this is a very tanky Keen. Able to walk his way through the Emperor's Divide. The Stranglethorns comes in. The rest of Gen.G, they're making their way over, but it's just not quite in through. But now, will it be Hextech Soul, which is probably game, or will it be a one-team fight finally for Hanwha Esports? Already Keen going down very, very low as Chovy trying to cut up Doran. And Doran just can't do anything. He's kind of a handbag in this one. They do manage to take down the Dragon in exchange for the Crocodile. He does get one knockup, but not onto the priority target as Zeka in the brushes once again. He has Emperor's Divide, but he uses
a couple more of these. Not just the Dragon, but the fights. But you are going to want to get the most out of this fight.
Against this one, he presses the Dominus, but Hanwha Esports are just a little bit too late, and that is going to be the Hextech Soul to come is going to connect. Zeka goes golden, but that only buys a couple of extra seconds. The Emperor's Divide was by 0, I'm pretty sure, in that instance there. Going down. Viper doing some sneaky stuff here, walking away, and is going to be able to take down a bountied up turret. But the Baron is still going to be secured, and Gen.G, I don't think mind about this. Oh, arrow once again going to be collected, but it's Peanut that's in trouble. He's isolated. Another hook! This time onto the Crocodile. The Sterix does nothing. And he's sliced to get out of the way as well, and then got hooked. There's no way he can do anything.
It's just doomed. It's just doomed in this one.
And at first, Inhibitor turret is going to go down. Inhibitor very short to follow. Minion waves prepared earlier here for Gen.G are now taxiing towards both flanking turrets here. And Hanwha Esports, is there anything? Is there any angle? The thing is, I just don't see it. I don't see what they're supposed to do in this situation. Another arrow going to be soaked by Peanut. The tree is felled once again. The cow follows suit. The pigeon's down. And Viper just has to look on in horror as his menagerie is destroyed. And the Nexus is going to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, in this grand final, it's turning into a best of 3.